Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the IndieZoNe podcast. My name is Kathy. As you are aware, we have been monitoring the matter styled as Laramie et al. Versus the City of Moscow, and this related to a complaint for a permanent injunction against the city, enjoining, that is, preventing or barring the city from disseminating any further information, specifically as set forth in the amended complaint relative to the catastrophic events that happened on November 13th, 2022 at 1122 King Road. The final decision came down last week on the 1st of October, 2025. It was a judgment granting in part and denying in part some of the things that the plaintiffs were seeking to enjoin the city of Moscow for. We have been receiving some inquiries as to could the city of Moscow appeal this final judgment that's been entered against them concerning the interpretation of the Idaho Public Records Act. We've also done a presentation on our YouTube channel going over the rule of court in Idaho that does allow, it appears, for such an appeal. Now, will the city appeal this matter? Unknown. We looked at the docket today. It's been a week since the final judgment and the memorandum decision were rendered, both by Judge Megan E. Marshall on the 1st of October. There's nothing further here to indicate that any appeal has been filed or is even being contemplated. And there was some speculation over why the city would even want to possibly consider appealing this decision. One possible reason, again, just giving an opinion, a comment, which is that this final judgment and memorandum has basically said that the city has violated the Idaho Public Records Act, in my pure opinion and speculating here. Judge Marshall had noted that since July, the city of Moscow had received well in excess of 1,000 public records requests just dealing with this high-profile case of Idaho versus Kohberger. The city must get many other types of public records requests for all types of things, not just for records from the Moscow police departments, but from other records regarding maybe planning and zoning, for example, that a party might file a public records request for. And being that there's apparently, by virtue of Judge Marshall's orders here, a finding that Moscow violated the Idaho Public Records Act in this very high-profile case, perhaps an appeal might be filed to address that, to stop the possible floodgates of other complaints, other litigation that might or might not ensue based on what's happened here. Again, pure speculation. There's nothing to indicate that this city is even considering an appeal. The city has 42 days to do so if it decides to pursue that route, which means 7 days of that 42-day period has expired, because the clock starts ticking the date that the clerk of court in the 2nd Judicial District in Fort Latah County filed that final judgment. So there's still approximately another 35 days to go. We're going to continue to monitor this situation to see if there's any change demonstrating a notice of appeal. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you very much for joining us here today.